When Jerusalem is encompassed with armies, then you'll know that the abomination of desolation is near. What's happening in Jerusalem right now? They're encompassed with armies. Luke 21, but then Matthew 24, he goes through the checklist of what has to happen before his second coming. The church has to go apostate. Many come in his name, saying, we believe in the Messiah of the Bible, but they're going to deceive many. So the church is apostate. This is 2 Thessalonians 2 that also mentions the apostasy of the church, the great falling away, apostasia. And then that goes into the Antichrist being revealed. But not until the daily sacrifice is taken out of the way, which is the people sacrificing the calves of their lips, fulfilling the law with their mouths, rebuking sin instead of stoning for sin, instead of condemning people. It's a joy to the just to do judgment. Yah's house was supposed to be a house of prayer, but you've turned it into a den of robbers. What's robbery? You are robbing righteous judgment. He hates robbery for burnt offering. You people in the Torah movement doing the feasts, you have no idea what's about to happen. And it's because you won't love your neighbour, because he that loves his neighbour, he that loves his brother and sister, aka rebukes their sin without partiality, no matter how much they're hated for it. They're walking in the light so they can see the prophecy to come, because he who watches receives the meat and juice season. In the meat and juice season is learning things like Zephaniah 2. Gaza's going to be forsaken at the same time as the elect rising up and executing righteous judgment. That's the meek of the earth. So the meek of the earth rise up. That is a reference to Matthew 5, the Beatitudes. We had the Beatitudes revealed to us. Yah used me to show me what the Beatitudes meant, to share it with the group. He also used Mark. That means our hearts are right with Yah. Our hearts up to that point were right so that he could give us meat and juice season. We were watching, so he gave us the meat. That's the reward. That's our joy. So it's a joy to the just to do judgment. For judging, they get the meat and juice season. Zephaniah 2, it's so clear. They're going to get the Beatitudes. They're going to realize that they're the elect. They're executing righteous judgment. That's what it means to have the spirit of meekness. It is wisdom, which is truth. Gaza is then forsaken as that's all happening. Ezekiel 24, the watchman's wife dies. She's taken with a stroke, which is a demon. The Messiah put the porter in the gate. Who's the porter? Who's the watchman of Ephraim that is with his God? Hosea 13 tells you, Ephraim's sin is hidden. He would have healed Ephraim, but then they started doing the feasts. Hosea 7 tells you that their sin is discovered. What does that mean? It means it's rebuked. Who rebuked it? Who taught us that the feasts were iniquity, are iniquity in the northern kingdom? It's the porter in the gate. It's just unreal that this is even happening. We're being given the meat and juice season. Like, that's supposed to be your faith. You're supposed to believe in that. Everything is being proven over and over again. 2 Thessalonians 1 and 2. Those who fulfill the royal law, there's no law against them. 2 Thessalonians 2, the great falling away happens. Careful, buddy. Careful, buddy. The great falling away happens. The daily sacrifice is taken out of the way, and then the Antichrist is revealed. After the abomination of desolation. Luke 21 tells you that when you see Jerusalem encompassed with armies, 2 Peter 3 says, be not ignorant of this, that a day with the Lord is as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is one day. He's quoting Hosea 6 that tells you that the Messiah is going to, after he's resurrected, he's going to tarry for 2,000 years. We're nearly there. Like a matter of, it's going to happen in the springtime, because he said, learn the parable of the fig tree. Satan's going to be cast down in the spring, Isaiah 28, Revelation 12. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, if I'm just prophesying over your head, you need to reach out to me or another brother or sister, because it's all happened. We've got this meat, the meat's on the table, you just need to eat of it. There's no time to be reading. I'm hearing that people are suggesting, oh, you need to read the Bible from Genesis to Revelation. You read line upon line. We don't have time to be sitting in Numbers when the meat's on the table. You need to start digesting the meat that's being given to the household so that you can be on high alert. It's proven difficult to get this done. But when you see Jerusalem surrounded with armies, know that the abomination of desolation is near. Jerusalem is surrounded by armies. 2 Peter 3. Don't take the words of the prophets as a light thing. He quotes Jeremiah 4. You read Jeremiah 4 all the way through to 9, and you realise, oh shit, this is exactly what's happening in Jerusalem right now. It's all latter days prophecy. Judah's iniquities have withholden the good things from them. That's the gospel. They've missed the Messiah. And their iniquity is that they wouldn't fulfill the royal law. They were supposed to take the law that never departed from them and go and rebuke and tell the northern kingdom to return to the Holy Covenant. That's why the Messiah came. He came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Judah was supposed to be like the Messiah, and they failed. So because of that, the evil family of Judah has just waxed worse and worse. They've taken the land of Israel as a prey. It's actually Judea. They're saying that Israel has returned, but Israel doesn't return until the kingdom comes. Which is after the second Exodus, which is after Great Tribulation, after Satan is cast down and he's had his way. This is just crazy. Prophecy is literally happening every day, right before our faces, and no one fucking believes it. So, if you just kept the covenant and actually loved your neighbour, this wouldn't be happening. But it is. The wrath of God comes because the church perverted the gospel. There's just so much more that I want to say, but I just don't have very much time. The red heifers are getting ready. Like, are we really about to witness the abomination of desolation? But even then, is the elect even going to get to see it? Because it says the daily sacrifice is taken away, and then the abomination that makes desolate is made known, and then the Antichrist is revealed. So the elect shouldn't even be here for that. But we know that it's coming, so we're trying to warn people. And basically the top and bottom of it is, if you just love your neighbour and teach people to keep the 10 Commandments with a pure heart, that you actually want to save people, that you actually give a shit, you won't be appointed to that wrath. But it shows you how selfish this world is.